some categories of Nizam's estate that can be sorted out between the seven Nizam descendants and then exclusively theirs, and what can be shared with the descendants of the, again, the common public won't understand. This set of the Nizam down from the seventh has backed me as their family head in the largest section. Largest section meaning the biggest section of the whole family, downwards from the seven Nizam, have backed me on paper as well as morally. There are a few people who have not backed me, but luckily for me, they are deadly against my opposition. So that's a big advantage to me. So dynasty is residual clan that can decide. I say I'm the ninth Nizam of the Asif dynasty. Dynasty is a family for the clan of the royal erstwhile ruling family, erstwhile Nizams. In Islam too, from the earliest time, the democratic concept was the only suggestion. No other form of succession is discussed. Though a father in power is likely to prefer their children even when in power. Suppose I'm the king. Logically, I'd want one of my children to be my successor or Nizam, but it's not so in Islam. It's not like that. In Islam, like the Prophet, so once it's merged, there's no Hyderabad also. So the very idea of trying to say I'm Nizam of Hyderabad is absurd. At least like my cousins are trying to say I'm the Nizam of the Asif dynasty. Dynasty meaning their family, which they have a right to choose 16 of the 34 siblings. 34 siblings who are the Nizam's children. Thank you. And now if you wait, it'll be nice to wait for the person we called who speaks in Telugu and is a lawyer. He's fighting the case, so he'll cover the subject which you are more keen on knowing about the Nizam's.
निकलवा दी थी जंगल का एरिया है 450 एकड़ पे था फॉरेस्ट एरिया। उसके बाद हैदराबाद सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी का भी शायद और भी है वही एरिया है चिरोली का। तो उसमें
सर इंग्लिश में बोलिए ना भी चला
when they started devaluing the forest, it started entering the press because a lot of people protested that forest being cleared because that's a mainland space and all that. So people who are interested in conservation, they kind of took it up and they demonstrated on that. So a lot of people generated because it was represented in the headlines of the press. So the Supreme Court took up the case. They are deciding on whether the state government is justified in clearing the forest, whether they have the requisite permissions from the right conservation departments and all that. So while the case was going on, in an IA we got an IA kind of accepted to take up the matter and also put forth our rights over the property which is under the section. So anyway, that is what the case is all about. And the case next hearing is on the 28th. The last hearing was on the 7th. And the IA has been accepted, and then there's some decision will be taken whether to take up the matter about. It won't be about so much about the ownership, but this is more about the deforestation and conservation. And I think we will be sent back to civil courts here in Hyderabad or Telangana to take up the matter of ownership. So then we can start fighting, and then we can have a chance of negotiating with the people who are unrightfully, without proper rights, kind of pushing onto it, and we have a right to kind of put our papers forward and all that, and all the papers which are in the revenue records, it's still mentioned in the Nizam's name. And the people on my left and right, Mirar and Usman, they are, I told you, grandsons, and their names are listed in the constitution. Nizam merged with India. So it was not very difficult for them to do. Then there is a blue book which was listed the Nizam's property during the time of the merger. So there's an insurance given by the President of India that certain land will be the Nizam. After the merge, a lot of it will go to India. Some of it will be because there was a king ruling for the last 424 years and he had certain rights. So in the rights, he still owns the land. So we are fighting for that now. And once it comes to civil court, we have a lawyer who is very capable. His name is Mr. Vihar. He's already here now. He will talk about the rest of it. Then you can pose questions to him. Then he speaks Telugu also, so you're very lucky he's arrived.
Khan Hussain, advocate and a practicing lawyer before the Telangana High Court as well as the Supreme Court of India. And I'm also having my senior colleague, Mr. Wasim Khadri, who is also representing the Supreme Court. In this case, the very case is that the government of Telangana, they are trying to encroach the very private property. Private property of HES the Nizam. HES the Nizam, Nawab Mir Usman Ali Khan. The very land is of survey number 25 and 26, totally admeasuring 2,700 acres of land situated at Gachibowli, which is more popularly known as Kancha Gachibowli. And that particular land does not belong to the government, it's purely a private patta land of HES the Nizam. So after the merger of Hyderabad into the Union of India, agreement has took place between the HES the Nizam, Nawab Mir Usman Ali Khan and the Union of India. Under the agreement, all the movable and immovable properties for which the government of India has promised to protect the lands, and thereafter, after passing of the agreement, all the immovable properties which are the private properties of HES the Nizam were declared as private properties by the proceeding conducted by the Union of India. And as per the proceeding, this subject property, survey number 25 and 26 of Gachibowli, belonging to HES the Nizam, not to the government of Telangana. So there is misconception in the public, and also the encroachment drive made by the Telangana government in order to alienate the property to the companies, which is totally arbitrary, it is illegal, it is unconstitutional. And also it is pertinent to mention here that in lieu of the revenue record also, in lieu of the Setwar and the Vasulwahi as well as the Khasra Pahani, that land belonging to HES the Nizam, he is there mentioned as a Khatedar, as a Pattelar in the revenue records. So the government of Telangana is having nothing to do with it. And we are having all the legal heads who are representing before the Supreme Court to protect the rights. And we are having Mr. Raunak Yar Khan, he is declared as the ninth Nizam by the popular vote of the family members of HES the Nizam. Because in lieu of Article 18 of the Constitution of India, the title has already been abolished of all the rulers in India prior to the independence of India. Thereafter, only to protect the interest of the family members has made him as the ninth Nizam, Mr. Raunak Yar Khan, to come forward to protect the private properties of HES the Nizam. And we are having Mr. Mir Usman Ali Khan, he is the grandson of HES the Nizam, and Mr. Bilal Ali Khan, he is also a grandson. Mr. Bilal Ali Khan is here, he is also a grandson. He is the son of Imdad Jah Bahadur, and Mr. Mir Usman Ali Khan is the son of Mr. Zulfikar Jah Bahadur. They are the grandson of HES the Nizam, and they are the petitioners before the Supreme Court, and they have filed the complete petition in the suo motu writ petition civil number 3 of 2025, taken cognizance by the Supreme Court of India to protect the forest because of the deforestation drive was being conducted by the government of Telangana to protect the environment. The Supreme Court has taken a suo motu cognizance case. That is a writ petition civil number 3 of 2025, in which we have filed an complete petition by the legal heirs of HES the Nizam to protect the property. And now I wanted to declare and also pertinent to mention that the property of Gachibowli is a private property of HES the Nizam, and the government of Telangana is having nothing to do with it. And the government of Telangana, by encroaching, it's more particularly can say that government of Telangana is grabbing the land of the HES the Nizam, and they are become a land grabbers these days, the government of Telangana. So I urge the media people and the general public to come forward to protect the property of 2,700 acres, and the legalists of Nizam, they have also declared that they will do some land would be distributed to among the poor persons also out of 2,700 acres. And HES the Nizam, he is having 16 sons and 18 daughters, out of which the surviving legal heirs are more than 200 now. But out of that 2,700 acres, they promised that they will do some extent of land for the poor people, poor civilians of the backward classes and minorities of the people of Telangana. They distribute that lands to the poor people. majority of the land would be distributed and rest of the land would be for the legal heirs. So the government of Telangana should stop the drive of alienation, illegal alienation of the property to the companies of the Gachibowli land. And that's it. Thank you.
Right.